Meghan Markle's carefully crafted Hollywood reinvention just hit a brutal roadblock, and it came from an unexpected source, Arnold Schwarzenegger, no less. On the Jimmy Kimmel Show, Schwarzenegger didn't hold back in his blunt assessment of Meghan's Netflix endeavors, exposing the crumbling facade behind her glittering promises of stardom. The fallout was immediate and unmistakable. Meghan's Netflix projects, hailed by her camp as a new era, have instead become a public embarrassment, unraveling her credibility faster than anyone anticipated. What's worse, Schwarzenegger's sharp critique echoes the growing frustration from industry insiders who see Meghan's ambitions as more style than substance, leaving her scrambling, furious, and increasingly isolated. It's no secret that Meghan's Hollywood ambitions have been ambitious, to say the least. But what she failed to grasp is that the entertainment business is ruthless with empty hype. Netflix, once the crown jewel of her post-royal career plans, is now a glaring spotlight on her missteps. Arnold Schwarzenegger's comments on Jimmy Kimmel didn't just come off as a casual jab, they were a clear indictment of Meghan's lack of real clout and gravitas in the industry. Schwarzenegger's reputation as a no-nonsense heavyweight in Hollywood makes his dismissal all the more damaging, signaling to viewers and producers alike that Meghan's projects are more cringe-worthy vanity than compelling content. What's striking is how Meghan's reaction to this public critique has played out behind the scenes. Sources close to the situation reveal a Meghan fuming with frustration and anger, struggling to control the narrative as her Netflix dreams quickly turn sour. The Sussex's camp has spent millions promoting shows like Pearl and other scripted ventures, touting them as a game-changer for their brand. Yet, the reality is starkly different. Ratings are underwhelming, critical reception is harsh, and now a Hollywood titan has publicly called out Meghan's work as lacking impact. This isn't just a minor setback. It's a full-blown credibility crisis that Meghan's usual spin machine can't easily erase. Arnold's critique aligns with what industry insiders have quietly whispered for months. Meghan's projects suffer from a fundamental disconnect between her star power and actual content quality. Unlike her former royal role, which gave her instant attention, the entertainment world demands more than name recognition. Schwarzenegger's blunt dismissal highlights that Meghan's Netflix offerings fall flat when judged on merit rather than headline value. This public unraveling is especially bitter because Meghan positioned herself as a trailblazer and tastemaker in Hollywood, only to reveal herself as a dilettante out of her depth, failing to deliver meaningful work that resonates. The fallout from Schwarzenegger's remarks goes beyond just professional embarrassment, it cuts deep into Meghan's carefully built public image. Since stepping away from royal duties, Meghan has worked aggressively to control her narrative, projecting a polished, influential persona. But when a figure like Schwarzenegger tears apart her work on a major platform like Jimmy Kimmel's Show, it exposes the cracks in her veneer. This isn't just a critique of her projects, it's a challenge to her legitimacy as a Hollywood influencer and content creator. And for Meghan, whose identity is now tied to this new career path, the stakes couldn't be higher. What's most telling is Meghan's apparent inability to absorb criticism and adjust course. Rather than engaging constructively with feedback, reports suggest she's doubled down, blaming external forces for her Netflix flop instead of recognizing the real problem: subpar content and misjudged appeal. Schwarzenegger's remarks puncture the illusion of Meghan as an untouchable cultural icon, showing her instead as vulnerable and prone to defensiveness. A far cry from the poised, confident figure she projects in public. The disconnect between Meghan's self-image and industry reality is now more glaring than ever. In the end, Schwarzenegger's brutal call-out on the Jimmy Kimmel Show is a defining moment in Meghan Markle's Netflix saga. It exposes a stark truth. Without substance, star power alone won't carry a project, especially in an industry as unforgiving as entertainment. Meghan's fury may be understandable, but it won't change the facts on the ground. Her Netflix downfall is real, her credibility shaken, and her Hollywood future far from guaranteed. For Meghan Markle, the harsh spotlight just got a little brighter, and it's illuminating cracks she can't easily hide. Meghan's predicament is a textbook example of how fame without foundation can quickly crumble under scrutiny. Hollywood doesn't just reward names, it demands talent, consistency, and a genuine connection with the audience. And when someone like Schwarzenegger, who's carved out decades of genuine respect in the industry, openly dismisses Meghan's efforts. It's not just a casual critique, it's a verdict. The public is no longer buying into the carefully curated image of Meghan as a powerful creative force. Instead, they see a figure desperately clinging to relevance, caught in the backlash of overhyped projects that fail to deliver. What's worse for Meghan is that this blow comes at a time when her brand was already fragile, with many questioning her motives and authenticity after the Sussexes' high-profile exit from royal life. The Netflix failure isn't just about a few lackluster shows. It symbolizes a broader collapse of trust and interest in everything she represents. And the fact that this collapse is happening on such a public stage only deepens the damage. The stark reality is this: Hollywood insiders and audiences alike are beginning to tune out Meghan. The sheen of royalty no longer shields her from criticism. The harsh spotlight Arnold Schwarzenegger helped shine reveals a Meghan Markle who is struggling to maintain footing in a world that demands more than royal titles or media spin. The question now isn't just if she can recover her Netflix deal, it's whether she has what it takes to survive Hollywood's unforgiving glare at all.